York is back. New York, where y'all at, y'all? We right here. What's good? New York, stand up.
Yeah.
Let everybody know. New York's in here. We reppin' New York City. Cause we from New York City.
No.
New York's
Do not
in
give
the
him my
house,
number.
without a doubt.
You already know.
New
Who's
York's
with that
in the
man?
house.
Come on now. Don't act stupid like you don't know. And look, I'm not looking for none of his stuff. Not looking for none of him at this point. Oh, hell no. Why the heck you keep trying to make this man be in my life? I done told you what he did to me. I done already had to take a charge for him. And he hooked up with one of my friends. Girl, do not eat. You can lose a number if you're going to keep messing around with this man. And I don't want none of the shit he got for me either.
That sounds like you got a stalker over there.
No, not a stalker. Hell. A stalker might be nice.
What do you mean by that? A stalker might be nice?
You know what? Like, it's my ex and stuff. And, you know, he done put me through some changes. Sometimes I think, you know, I still love him. Sometimes I want to smash his head in the fucking door.
Whoa.
I mean, and then this girl, why she keep buzzing me about him?
What girl are you talking about?
One of my friends. The one who hit me to what was going on when I was in the joint.
You mean like jail?
Yeah. All behind this man.
What happened when you would end up in jail behind him? Did you like have a fight over him?
I ain't never fought over a man in my life. I don't have to fight over a man. But you know how sometimes people be pressing you, they take your kindness for weakness. Yeah. And this girl stepped to me, you know, and we had beef and words or whatever before. But then me and my man, you know, we was riding around or whatever. You know, he ran into the store to pick some stuff up. This girl comes, she knocked on his window. He asked me before he went in to hold his gun.
He asked you to hold the gun for him?
Just in case something happens, like, I don't want to have this gun on me.
Like, what happened? Like, what? Like,
I don't know what he thought could happen. And I told him I didn't want to hold that. I don't roll like that. I don't deal with stuff like that. I don't never have no gun. He was like, I'll just be in the store in a second. I'm just running in the bodega. So I said, fine. I tucked it in my purse. And then she come knocking on my window. And I'm like, ignoring her.
What, a woman came knocking you?
Yeah, that same girl I had beef with. But I didn't have beef with her. I don't know what her issue was. But she knocked on the window. And then she was trying to open my door. So I opened the door. And when I opened it, I must have been a little too hard because, you know, she fell. She didn't quite get up that fast. Police was right there. And they came. She needed to go to the hospital, get an ambulance, whatever. But I swear to you, I didn't even touch her. Like.
Wait a minute, so you like pushed the door open and she fell?
Yeah. And then she hit her head. The cops asking me all these questions. He's still in the bodega because he saw the cops was out there with nothing. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. This is just going to bring me down. Anyway, long story short, they found the gun and it turned from like a simple oops accident to like, oh, aggravated assault. Oh, you got a gun. I forgot all about that gun in the rush of everything. I was trying to get her some help. 10 seconds and my whole life, like, just flipped.
Wow. You ended up in prison behind that?
Yeah. I ended up in prison.
It was an accident, though.
It was an accident, but I had a gun on me, and apparently the gun wasn't registered to nobody, not even my man. It was just, like, out there. I don't know what one gets guns that's not registered. But, yeah, I mean, my public defender, she was just going through the motions. I thought, it's an accident. They'll surely understand. They'll know. But they didn't know.
Yeah, unregistered gun in New York, man. That's like, what, 3 to 5 years, man.
I got 5.
You got 5 years?
But I ended up doing 2. I'm not crazy. I'm not no hood rat. Like, I didn't have no priors. That's why he had me hold a gun in the first place.
Wow.
Well, now I'm getting all worked up. I'm getting heated.
Man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened to you. My God.
I mean, the story don't even make sense when you retell it. Like, nobody would believe that. I don't even believe that I got hemmed up like this. Like, I had a good life. I worked for the city.
You work for the city?
I used to work for the city. You know, now, I don't know. I'm still trying to find my footing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a series of bullshit jobs and security on the overnight. Like, I never would have seen myself in a situation like this. I would have laughed at some other people if they had told me some dumb story like the one I just told you, but it's true. I mean, the crazy part is I'm not even violent. I'm not a confrontational person. I mean, don't get me wrong. You step to me, then I'm going to have to at least, like, hold my own. I'm not weak, and I'm not scared.
Yeah.
But I never been involved in no violence and stuff. Get into some things with some other people, but it's not rough. It's like some little kitty shit. Well, kitty shit took a vacation on me. But I'm out. I was in the halfway house for like 8 months. That's in like jail, but like with better furniture. And now I'm in a shelter.
Are you in a shelter now?
The shelter is bootleg. Man, people with the clipboard always asking you stuff. You talk to your parole officer. Of course, I'm doing everything right, just like I did in my life before I got in here. I'm going back to my old ways, handling my business, taking care of my son. Life is pain. I do. I have a son, but he grown now. Thank God. He was almost grown when all this stuff went down. But, I mean, how am I going to do that to him? When people ask about his mom at college, he go to Morehouse.
Your son is at Morehouse?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we come from stuff. We ain't no street people.
Where you from? Because your voice, I hear your voice. It's like
I'm from ATL.
Oh, you from ATL? Okay.
Chocolate City.
Yeah, because you don't sound like a New Yorker.
Me and his dad, we didn't work out. We was going separate places. I always wanted to go to New York. I got family here, but we from the South, and I thought, wow, I'll go to New York, the big city. I'm not smart. I got my bachelor's degree and stuff. Like, I had a life. I had a good life. I raised my son well. When we thought he might want to go back to Atlanta where his dad's out and stuff like that, I sent him down there for high school because, they got that good Georgia program where you go to school for free if you were a Georgia high school student or what have you. So we sent him down there.
Your son's father, you don't get along with him like that?
We don't not get along. We just don't see eye to eye.
How so?
He wanted to stay in that small town mentality, and I was going to do bigger and better things.
Have you done bigger and better things yet? I mean, in retrospect, now that you got to start over, basically.
I said, in retrospect, I was on track to be doing the things that I wanted to do. I had a good city job, good pension, and I thought, maybe I'll open a business. Maybe I'll really start to make my impact, be able to do some things, not be in that old Southern mentality. Oh, we can only do this, or older man holding us down. In New York, everything possible.
Yeah.
So I was on track. I was doing great. And then I hooked up with...
So the man that got you caught up with that gun charge situation, how long were you rocking with him for?
Like a couple years. He only met my son once. And then I went and did some...
So was this your boyfriend?
He was my boyfriend, though. He had just started to be it was just me and him against the world. He had good ideas about some businesses we could start. He looked like a person who life didn't afford them the opportunities, but they had great ideas. So don't be sleeping on them just because they didn't have opportunities, because they still smart. Maybe a little street smart, but they still smart. And so that kind of got to my heart, right? He didn't have everything he needed like I had grown up with, even though we grew up in the projects. But then we moved out the projects at a certain point. We had a house. We lived in a decent neighborhood. We had neighbors, not people who trying to jam you up. Thought he was going places, even though he didn't have the opportunity to go places. I don't know.
Well, how was that experience in jail? How was the transition?
Oh my God, jail. It's my whole world just crumbled. People were telling me, run. You could be somewhere in the South. And nobody had find you. I was like, nah, man, I'm gonna go through the whole thing. Man. I'm not going, nah, where we run to? I mean, come on, they can find you in the country in Georgia just like they can find you in the projects in the Bronx. So no, I said, I'm gonna go ahead and do my time. I'm gonna take my bid. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do. And then I'm gonna get out and get myself straight. But that place is scary.
I've never been to jail, so I don't really know what.
Well, me neither until this, and I ain't never going back. But the first day I'm there, I'm like, oh, okay, wow, damn, it smells. The smell is not like garbage, like not like anything you ever smelled before in your life. It's like sweat and onions and cheap soap and bleach, like all mixed together. And fear got a smell.
You said fear got a smell.
If like
What is
metal
fear? What does fear smell like?
and onions had a baby in a dark closet, that.
You said metal.
That's the smell of fear.
Metal onions in a what? In a
Metal onions in a dark room. That shit was crazy. Like I didn't even know. I mean, boo. I don't even want to think about it because I start to smell it in my nose all over again. Oh. But that first night, I thought, I don't mess with people. They ain't gonna mess with me. I said people business, then they go mind their business. That is not how it works. 3 girls jumped me in the shower first night, right out, bam.
Well, you got jumped?
I got my ass handed to me. But I learned. I learned from that. That, being non-confrontational wasn't going to help me. Being not up to violence wasn't going to help me.
Did you have to change or something?
Well, this girl, she came at me because of slippers. Like, who cares? Like, take the slippers. No, but she was saying I stole her slippers, which I did not steal her slippers. How would I even get her slippers? But she came for me, and I'm just saying, I snapped. I mopped her ass.
Wow.
You know what? Ain't nobody mess with me after that. People started coming to me talking about something. Hey, can I eat with you? Hey, you go watch my back? And I'm like, what? Well, I'll trade you something. I'll put money on your commissary account. And I'm like, I don't need no money on my account. I ain't trying to. But you learn quick in prison. Like you gotta pay one way or another. Everything is a barter. So if I'm like, oh, I don't want to take your money, then people are gonna know I'm not dependable. Right? They don't have no skin in my game, so I'm not gonna watch out for them, even though I said I would. Because if there's no trade, then they can't count on that. When they give you something because they've requested something, they get that loyalty. And I didn't understand it at first. I was like, no, it's cool. I got your back. Some non-violent nonsense. You got hemmed up with your man. It was a bad situation. Maybe you had some drugs, but you're just trying to do your time and get back home to your kids and stuff. I could understand that. I could get with that. That's what I was trying to do. Get back home to my kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, we started playing spades and had our little group, and people around us understood that these is my people.
You got your own clique, your own crew then?
Yeah. I wonder what some of them doing now. But I did, yeah. I kind of made my own community. Crazy as that sounds right now. And it made it livable. It made it possible for me to do those 2 years and not lose my mind.
So what was your thoughts, throughout that whole process? Like getting through one day at a time? Like,
It was like getting through for other people too. Like they was depending on me to take care of them. They was depending on my ability to be violent without ever being violent.
Hold
them up.
Who was depending on your ability to be violent?
My crew.
They were depending on you, saying?
Yeah.
To fight?
I wasn't like part of no gang. They really weren't part of no gangs either. I ain't never do the protection type situations like you hear about in jail. Nah. Strictly dickly up in here. But that's what people be up on you for. Like I said, it's a barter system. It's a trade. So what you got? I have my hands. I have my fists. They know I post up for people. And so they would trade me what they had. Little time, little companies, little spades, little money on my account. Like that's how it went. That's why it's so confusing out here. Like I don't quite feel like myself yet. Like I don't know how to describe it, but like in there, I was needed. I had respect. It was a different kind of respect.
So you got respect in there?
Yeah. Because I was willing to do what I needed to do for me and my people. And that respect, sometimes I'm scared. Like, what if that's me now?
I mean, if you change into something like that, how do you get that off of you? Like, how do you go back to before you went in?
Like, can you go back? Like, do you just go forward? Do you take all the pieces and put them together and then hope this new thing, person, whatever that you are is enough? I mean, like right now, I don't even want to go back and see my family. I know they know when I got out, and I know they looking for me, but I ain't ready. You know, I ain't got that
Why you
stink.
not ready? Why you not
I
ready?
ain't got that stink of jail off me yet. My mind, I don't know. My mind ain't right yet.
How is it not right? Like, what are you going through
I
where you
don't
feel
know.
like
I
it's not
feel
right?
like that respect. Maybe I'm like addicted to it. Maybe
Well, you
that's
know
who
that
I am now.
you know that's not gonna work here though, right?
I know. I
Because
know.
it'll
I
just
don't.
get you right back if you gonna get on some street stuff.
No, I don't. I don't want to fight no more. I know I don't need violence to get through my day anymore. But there's something there. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like I can't get it straight. I know I'm different. I know that's how I wasn't before. But who am I now? Not who am I? I know who I am. I don't know. Like how I move in the world.
Yeah.
I was somebody in prison, right? I was somebody, and now I'm nobody. That's what it is.
Nobody's winning in jail for real. So I feel like what you're thinking about is really just it's a coping mechanism. It's like, yo, you were able to feel like you were somebody in there when everybody in there is pretty much losing. Like it's nobody winning in jail.
That is so true. Ain't nobody winning it now. And then that's why this man calling me all the time or calling my friends because I got a new number because, you know, my number was gone when I got out, just like my apartment was gone. And you know, he did me a solid. He
What do
took
you
my
do?
stuff. He put it in storage. I guess he been paying for it or what have you all this time. That's cool. That
Oh,
don't make
that's
up
the
for
least
nothing.
he could do for
Right.
getting you caught up with
It
a
don't
gun
make up for
charge.
nothing. But it's like, you know, you get a little scared. Like, is that the only kind of person I can be with now?
You got to stay away from him because honestly, even the way I can see when you talk about it, it's like you got a certain amount of rage. It's gonna come back. You thinking about the time that you lost over him.
Yes. He ain't even had the nerve to like send an apology through a friend. He just like, can I see you? Can I see you? Can I know he wanted to hook up. He think I'm so desperate because I've been in for all these years that I'm gonna hook up with him because he the one who did it to me. So how could anybody else want me? How can anybody else see me for who I really am? Because now I'm a jailbird.
Man.
I know that's what he thinking. I know that's what they all thinking. That's why I ain't seen my family yet.
Well, you think your family's thinking that way about you too?
I know they thinking that.
How? How you know they thinking that about you?
I was the girl.
How?
I went to college. I had my life straight. I had my stuff. I raised my son. I didn't need no help from nobody. I love my family. We did stuff together, went on trips. You know, we was tight. But I remember sitting around the table being like, ho ho, you saw what happened to Keisha? Now I'm like Keisha times 14. Like Keisha was just hemmed up with some bad man who was kept making her pregnant but wasn't paying no bills, and she was going out to be a nurse every day on her feet for 12 hours. And we would talk and laugh, and we thought, ha ha ha, that can't happen
y'all
to
used
us.
to make fun of a family member named Keisha.
Not making fun. We would just be like, she know better. You know how cocky you get right before the fall when you think you got everything to gain and nothing to lose because your stuff is tight.
Mm-hmm.
I was that girl.
Wow.
And what I got to show for it. Now they probably all shaming me, but I'm going to get back. I'm going to get back.
You can.
I got a
have
plan.
a strong spirit. You have a strong spirit. I feel like you will.
I'm trying to get this housing voucher.
Well, you trying to get a city FEP voucher?
Yeah. It's going to take a minute to get a real job, you know, like this security at night, watching the cameras, like you the guard and everybody else the prisoners. That don't sit right with me. It don't sit right with me. And you know, they can fire me in 5 seconds, whatever. So yeah, I gotta get back on my feet. I gotta get a real place to live. The shelter stuff. I mean, some days I'm like, wow, this like just barely 2 rungs above the jail. So much to do.
What I can say is that, you know, there have been people who have worse situations than you, who've made it through. And based on the way you speak with a certain level of passion. So I feel like you know, you have it in you. And you're going to be all right. I believe that this is just a test for you. God makes us stronger by putting us through tests, and I feel like this is your test. So it's just about how you rise above this test and how you show that you built strong, built different, you know? It's going to be all right. Bebe, look at me. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right.
I used to believe that. I think I'm starting to believe it again.
New York is back. New York, where you at, y'all? We right here. What's good? New York, stand up. Let everybody know. New York's in here. We reppin' New York City. Cause we from New York City. New York's in the house without a doubt. New York's in the house wherever we go.